Brilliant from Foden, he's left Partey in his wake and he's scampering forward and he's played it out to the right and Tierney won't get to it and Palmer's in there and Palmer hits the shot and City lead in the Community Shield. Cole Palmer, City 1, Arsenal 0. Cole Palmer on as a substitute, and in a game which you felt the first goal might settle it, it's gone the way of the Blues. It's a corner that's drilled in low. Phil Foden's kept it alive. He keeps it towards Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne puts in a second cross. It's deep. Rodri pulls away and City do score. Haaland's first touch of the new Premier League season finds its way into the back of the Burnley net.
Are you really surprised? Well, it's only this man who can do it again, but it comes down to training ground, understanding, set pieces. Rodri keeps it alive off that deep cross, and that's where he comes alive, Erling Haaland.
City appear to have got control of this match again after a 3 or 4 minute spell in which Burnley had a few good moments. Now, down the right-hand side, Walker, crossing position, on it goes to Alvarez, near the penalty spot. Haaland hits the back of the net! Can you believe it? Of course you can believe it! It's Erling Haaland again!
But this is an incredible finish, leaning back, away from goal. It looks sensational, it is sensational. What a goal again, we can't say any more about this guy.
As Foden delivers, and there's a bit of a tangle, and Ake almost gets there, and Rodri does! Well, I've been singing his praises since the very start of the game. He has an assist, now he has a goal. He's been absolutely outstanding today, and I think maybe in that moment he's probably cemented the Man of the Match award. On it goes to Rodri. Rodri outside to Foden. Foden in the penalty area. Back it goes to Rodri. Rodri pops in the ball. Good ball. Palmer 1-1. Cole Palmer got away from his marker and cushioned a header beyond the outstretched arms of Bunu. Lovely ball in from the left-hand side, and Cole Palmer has made it 1-1 here. Kovacic into the gap, good ball, Foden takes it on the edge of the area, Alvarez shooting position, 1-0 City, brilliant finish, Julian Alvarez, superb, it was a marvellous spin into his possession and Julian Alvarez thumped it full-blooded, a little piece of it from Pope, but he couldn't stop it. City 1, Newcastle 0. Kovacic now. Kovacic wide to Grealish. Grealish up against Baldock. Baldock on that yellow card, can't dive in. Grealish trying to tempt him in. He's in the penalty area, Grealish. Little dink over the top. Haaland 1-0. Had to come. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And Erling Haaland buries the header in the back of the goal. It was magnificent from Jack Grealish. Classic wing play, and Haaland buries it. And Walker keeps it on the far, chance to deliver again, Walker looking up, onto Foden, and then hit by Rodri, and City retake the lead! Rodri, left foot drive into the roof of the net! Sheffield United had barely enjoyed the celebrations. Larouci thought it was going out, Walker was atoned, I guess, for his error. He kept it in play, he looked up, onto Foden, Foden miscontrolled it, and then Rodri thumped it into the roof of the net on his weaker, in inverted commas, left foot, and it was beyond Foderingham, and City lead 2-1. Kanji helps it on to Kovacic. Kovacic now into the gap for Haaland. Haaland in a shooting position. Alvarez 1-0. Ball into the channel for Haaland. Haaland slid it into Alvarez, and Alvarez, who scored home and away against Fulham last season, has done so again.
Once he gets in there and he pulls it, and I think he goes through the legs of the defender, and that's the ones that they just can't read. And a great finish from Alvarez.
Out-swinging ball, Ake's header, 2-1! Corner from the left, and Ake plants the header in the goal. The ball's with Rodri. Rodri into the gap for Alvarez, on towards Haaland. Haaland through and scores, and City lead by 3-1. and just for a moment Fulham's concentration wavered. Alvarez into Haaland, and Haaland just glided it past the advancing Leno, and City do have a third. And Alvarez and Haaland, who combined earlier, it's a return of the favour. Now Haaland scores. No problem at all. Leno went the wrong way, Haaland dispatched it into the opposite corner. Haaland's on another City hat-trick, and the Blues lead 4-1, Andy Morrison.
Terrific penalty. Terrific penalty. The power and the mind strength.
Bernardo Silva out wide to Sergio Gomez. Gomez on towards Lewis. Lewis followed by Diop, goes to Sergio Gomez. Can he cross it? Well, he decides not to. Comes inside Sergio Gomez. On it goes to Haaland! The perfect end to the day. It's an Erling Haaland hat-trick. It's his first of the season. It's his 7th for City.
Gomez does brilliant. You know, but if you can watch the movement of Haaland, it's as good as you're ever going to see, and it's what a finish.
City so far have done 17 chances in the opening 45, and Doku into the area, keeps on going and scores! Well, they had 17 attempts in the first half, didn't score. They've had 1 in the second and tucked it away. Jeremy Doku, welcome to Manchester City Football Club. The chances are you're going to be a superstar. Alvarez on the edge of the area, lays it off to Bernardo Silva. Back it goes to Alvarez again. Alvarez scoops it on, and it's Bernardo Silva to score! Oh, how did that happen? Who cares? Bernardo Silva doesn't, and he races over to the City fans behind the goal, and they lead by 2-1.
Wonderful ball from Alvarez, and we just watch it back. Areola comes out and he just hooks it past him. His foot really, really high. The outside of his foot just guides it past as it agonisingly passes Areola.
Alvarez goes out wide to Bernardo Silva. City have 4 against 3. Can they find the right pass? Haaland, will he score? You bet he will! At last! I said earlier I don't think Haaland's going to score today. Actually, deep down, I don't think he thought he was going to score today. But the greatest strikers in world football, they forget the misses. They forget the fact that things haven't gone their way. And eventually, their perseverance gets rewarded. Now City coming forward. Haaland on the edge of the area. Haaland plays it in field. Alvarez tries to get there, and City have scored already. It didn't take very long. Julian Alvarez has popped it into the back of the net.
Really good goal, great little ball through. Haaland plays well, holds the ball up, defender backs off him. It's a fantastic pass. Follows his pass, Alvarez overlaps, and it's a lovely, takes it round the keeper. 1-1.
It's a City free kick in a crossing position. It's deep. Goalkeeper's missed it. It's gone straight in. The goalkeeper's had an absolute nightmare. He went to punch it. He missed the ball completely, and Alvarez celebrates. Well, Alvarez played a bending cross into the box. The goalkeeper's ball all day long, and he just missed it. On it goes to Rodri. Rodri just outside the penalty area. Trays a little shot. Oh, that is beautiful. What a goal that is from Rodri. He just mazed his way into the edge of the penalty area and then caressed it. He didn't smack it, he caressed it.
That's his trademark finish, Rodri. Such a cool finish. And like you say, he just passes the ball into the net. You just felt something was coming, so many touches in the opposition penalty box. When it did come, it was a fantastic finish from Rodri, a joy to watch.
So far, I suspect City have had 90% of the ball. Doku comes forward. Rodri now helps it on diagonally. Walker's round the back, lays it off. Foden hits it. That is a quite magnificent goal. A lovely diagonal ball from Rodri. Walker burst clear of the last defender, helped it back to Phil Foden, and Foden clobbered it left-footed into the corner of the net. Foden, Matheus Nunes, this is terrific. Haaland, what a goal! What a goal! If the first goal was superb, the second might just have edged it. You will not see a team as good as this anywhere in world football right now. I promise you, both these goals today tell you everything about the quality that is Manchester City. Hits it, and it's gone in! Julian Alvarez thumped it towards the near post. It was over the wall and parried into the roof of the net by the goalkeeper's right arm. It is Wolves 1, City 1, and Julian Alvarez levels the count.
Jose starts wondering, where do I go? He just stays, he waits. Maybe he could do better, but we've got to give the credit to Alvarez.
Kanji plays it across to Lewis. Lewis helps it out wide to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva coming off the line onto Lewis. Lewis in the penalty area. Good ball in. Foden hits it. City have their goal. It was only a matter of time. RB Leipzig were all over the place. Their defensive woes have been so apparent. They've just cleared it anywhere, desperately at times. And it is the 2,500 City fans in the RB Arena who are celebrating as Phil Foden gives the Blues the lead. Guardiola just about on the cusp of the final third. Now Doku's in the final third. Can he get beyond Simicast? Plays it into a gap for Alvarez. Alvarez with a bending shot! And City are in front! Julian Alvarez! What a fabulous finish! Round the goalkeeper, into the corner of his net. He's not been on the field long, but it does not matter when you've got the talent of Julian Alvarez. Goal number 6 of the season. City now lead 2-1 in Leipzig. As Round puts in a ball, which is headed away well by Walker, up towards Haaland, cushioned into Alvarez. A lot of space to the left for Doku. Is the passing going to be correct? It is. Doku, chance to finish it off. Does do. Leipzig 1, City 3. Wonderful counter-attack goal, and on target for City. 2 substitutes in the second half.
Alvarez has got 2 players picked from Haaland or Doku. He plays an excellent pass in front of Doku for him to run onto. Takes a touch with his right foot, opens the goal up and slots it comfortably into the empty net.
And Alvarez has scored. The ball just came into the area, and Alvarez with his left foot guided it. Oh, I think he hit it into the ground and it bounced beyond the goalkeeper. Goal number 7 for him, and he's now netted 17 goals in 17 games here at the Etihad. Now here's Haaland, first chance for him, on the edge of the area, and scores! Brilliant from Erling Haaland. He's barely touched the ball. He gets it on the edge of the D. Brighton lost possession of the ball in a dangerous part of the pitch, and about 3 seconds later, Erling Haaland wraps it into the corner. 2-0. He's in the left wing position. Plays it into the gap for Kovacic. Kovacic in the penalty area. Goes backwards towards Rodri. Rodri clips in the ball. Diaz with a header off the bar. Akanji on the rebound. City in front. And it did come of sorts from a set piece. And it's the Swiss international back on home soil. His first goal for City of this season. He scored last season in the Champions League. He does so again today. And it's City 1, Young Boys 0. So Haaland, a little bit of a run-up, not a very long one, steps up, and it goes in. I think Rasiopi got a piece of that, but it still goes into the back of the net, and it's Young Boys 1, City 2, and after a pretty ragged few minutes, that is exactly what the Blues needed. Lewis on to Rodri, maybe think about shooting Rodri. Instead it goes to Haaland. Haaland, can he get his shot away? You bet he can. Works it from left to right, and with that bending right foot shot into the roof of the net, City have their 3 points, and Haaland has his second goal. A chance for City from the penalty spot. Haaland scores, and City are in front in the 191st Manchester derby, and Erling Haaland, who scored a hat-trick of course against United last season, is 1/3 the way to another one here.
He sent Onana completely the wrong way. Great, dragged it across his body, found the bottom corner and never in doubt.
Grealish now with Fernandes in front of him. Can Grealish get beyond Bruno Fernandes? Outside it goes to Bernardo Silva, clipped in. Haaland, 2-0 City. That is a magnificent goal. Absolutely devastating from the Blues. Clipped out to the left of Bernardo Silva, floated ball to the back post.
Once that run and the timing, that reverse ball from Jack's brilliant, then they're all sorts of trouble. Rodri makes the middle of the goal, pulls in, I think it pulled in Johnny Evans, and then Haaland spare at the back. Rodri arriving in there is what drags in, oh, it's brilliant. It's so good from City. There's so many little bits in there. Fantastic. What a move from City that is.
Ball goes backwards. They must have held the ball for 3 or 4 minutes here. Rodri now comes towards the edge of the area, tries the shot. Rodri, good save by Onana. Haaland on the rebound. Foden, he does end in a goal. I've lost count of the passes, but it must be treble figures. And City lead 3-0.
We've got to be over 50, 55, 60 passes before that ball's gone into the net. And United have just chased and chased and chased. They've kept the ball moving. They've been patient. Shots off, keeper should have pushed it wide for a corner, and then brilliant from Haaland. It's just phenomenal from City, it really is.
Doku now on the point of the edge of the area, trying to get into the penalty area. Works a little angle onto Rodri, looks for the 1-2, hits the shot, brilliant goal. Doku 1-2 with Rodri and poked it in almost like a toe bung. City 1 and Bournemouth 0. Jeremy Doku.
Brilliant, and a great reaction from the players, knowing how important that was at this stage of the game. Great little one-poo. Doku just drops his shoulder, just comes inside on Mepham, but Doku's got to take great credit for being inventive.
On the edge of the area, onto Doku again. Doku with a little step over, comes into the box, goes outside, goes inside, on it goes to Bernardo Silva. Jeremy Doku's having a blinder, and City lead by 2-0. And Jeremy Doku, who scored the first, was absolutely sensational in creating the second. It across the Doku in a shooting position, hits the shot well, 3-0. Jeremy Doku. I'm not sure if that might have just taken a ricochet on the way through, but it doesn't matter to Doku. He takes the applause of the supporters, and he deserves to melt in those applause. I'm thinking that might actually be an Akanji goal. Yeah, it did that. I thought it took a deflection because it did seem to go in a weird way. Wide to Doku, Doku up against Aarons, Doku keeps on going, on it goes towards Foden, Foden! 4-0, Doku with another assist, City with another goal.
Just thinking there that's when City are the most dangerous, when the opposition have had a chance. Once Doku gets you, you're in trouble, he back you into the box, but it's this here from Foden, brilliant.
Lovely ball out to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva rampaging forward. Chance for a fifth for Bernardo Silva. Goes inside, scoops it in, off the line. Well, Bernardo Silva says it crossed. Well, it has now, and City lead by 5-1. Yeah, I think it had gone over the line before Núñez put the rebound in. Bernardo Silva jinks inside, flicks it over the top of the goalkeeper. It's cleared off the line by Zabani, thumped in by Núñez, but I think it was already Bernardo Silva's goal. Foden out wide. Núñez into the gap for Bob. Bob hard and low, and number 6. Nathan Ake practically on the floor, heads it into the back of the net. Oscar Bob with an assist, Nathan Ake with a header, and it's City 6, Bournemouth 1. Takes a deep breath, as he so often does, has a pretty short run up for a penalty taker, and scores easily, very, very easily. Guardiola into the gap for Grealish. Grealish takes it away from the defender and waits, pass out wide to Foden. Foden into the area, goes Foden, keeps going, scores a beauty. Took it on from the right wing position, got beyond the last defender and bent it round the goalkeeper into the side of the net, and right on the half-time whistle, City have a 2-goal lead. on the edge of the D, works an angle, hits the shot, scores an absolutely wonderful goal. Erling Haaland, he span away, got to the edge of the D and clobbered a left foot shot into the roof of the net. And by my reckoning, it's the third time he scored outside the area since he became a City player. He's taken that very short run-up that is a trademark of his. He steps up and sends Sanchez the wrong way, and City lead at Stamford Bridge through an Erling Haaland penalty, and it is Chelsea 0, City 1. Corner goes short. Bernardo Silva with a different angle, pops in the cross. Great header, Akanji, 2-2!
Brilliant, brilliant. Talking about set plays again, and the detail that's in this is they're working on this every single game. Fantastic from the set play coaches at Manchester City.
And Foden now into the final third goes City. Alvarez on his outside. Here is Alvarez. Haaland, 3-2. Bundled over the line, but that is a terrific move from City.
The timing of the pass is brilliant from Foden. This ball just here is brilliant, and then once it goes in there, you're just going to bundle it in, and it's brilliant. What a goal from City.
Foden steps in, Kovacic, Haaland, Kovacic, little shot blocked, on it goes, Rodri strikes it, deflection into the back of the net!
Brilliant. Who else is going to arrive? Who else is anticipating the play as it's building, that something might drop? Forget the deflection. It's the momentum of Rodri. It's then this shot, the quality to get the pace on the ball, and then, all right, a bit fortuitous, but take nothing away from Rodri.
Ake now tries to go outside, lovely dribble from Ake, on he goes to Haaland, 1-0, City score, Haaland's first chance of the game, Ake with the set, Haaland with the finish, City 1, Liverpool 0. Not only is it a big goal, it's also Erling Haaland's 50th, his 50th Premier League goal for City. And he's beaten all the records previously for any player getting to 50 Premier League goals. In fact, he smashed the previous record, and it's only in his 48th Premier League game. Foden's on the ball now, he slips it through, Haaland's down the middle, Haaland! City are back in the game! Lovely play by Foden, wonderful finish from Haaland, and the Blues are right back in this game. And who else but Erling Haaland with a goal?
Phil Foden on the half turn, played the first ball forward instead of going backwards. Brilliant finish as well. Fantastic finish from Haaland. And Phil keeps finding little pockets. It's only a matter of time before he gets on the half turn and threads another ball.
Played it into Foden, Foden in the box, Foden, 2-2! Wonderful finish from Phil Foden, seconds after Andy Morrison predicted that he would be the key, and he most definitely is.
Just found a little pocket, and I think it's Guardiola. There, he's just in that little half space there now, and I just said, take the ball. Brilliant, fantastic, and a massive pat on the back for Andy Morrison to see that early.
Lewis and Ake and Rodri and Lewis and Doku towards the edge of the area, plays it to Foden, Foden across the face of the goal, and City score, and Julian Alvarez turns the match on its head. 1 goal for Foden, 2 assists for Foden, and Alvarez maybe has won the game for the Blues.
You know, Phil Foden this second half he's just been magnificent. He's been positive, he's got into areas, he's asking for the ball, he's pulling the Leipzig back 3 or 4 all over the place and just opening up space, and great composure from Alvarez at the end.
It's whipped in by Alvarez, Haaland doesn't get to it, own goal, City have equalised already.
Yeah, just off his top of his leg, just deflects into that far corner. Just that little delay from Bernardo. Alvarez puts it into the position. Haaland might have just got a touch.
Haaland helps it on to Doku. Doku on the edge of the area. Doku plays it in. Alvarez. Foden must score. Foden does score. Spurs just couldn't contain them for long, and the Blues are in front.
What a goal from City. Great teamwork. one-touch passing, moving it around, good runs, very unselfish from many players that we talk about so much. A little 1-2 in the middle of the pitch, sensational before Foden just puts it in.
Basuma loses it to Rodri. Rodri's on his feet. On it goes to Haaland. Haaland, Grealish! City 3, Spurs 2. That might just do it.
Well, that's what he needed. Jack Grealish, great position, great determination from Rodri in the build-up. Really good runs, and as the ball comes across, his eyes light up. It's a simple one for Grealish as he just strokes it into the far corner.
Walker looked as though he was fouled. The referee's way play on because Rodri is advancing, and then he lost the ball, and then it's a brilliant goal. Bernardo Silva, that is a wonderful left foot drive. Rodri made a darting run in towards the penalty area. He kind of got boxed off as he got into that position. It broke for Bernardo Silva, and Bernardo Silva bent it, and from the moment that he struck it, you knew it was going in the goal. And it's City 1, Luton 1, Bernardo Silva. And Alvarez is darting forward, and the ball goes across the face of the goal, and Grealish puts it in. 2-1 to the Blues. Alvarez plays it across, Grealish puts it in, and City lead by 2-1. Nunes helps it out wide to Micah Hamilton. Micah Hamilton in the penalty area. Little jink round the back and hits it into the roof of the net. Welcome, Micah Hamilton, to first team action at City. You will never forget the night that you made your Champions League debut and scored a goal as well.
And so early after just pushing it into the space, goalkeeper doesn't know it's coming. It's right over the top of him. And let's just hope it stands as a sensational finish on his debut.
Lewis, Bob getting towards the final third. Bob stepping in, keeps on going, is in the penalty area. Still Oscar Bob, brilliant goal! Absolutely magnificent goal from Oscar Bob. The academy boys are graduating in style.
Well, I said he'd want a piece of it, but I didn't think it would be that good. Sensational run. He's just committing people, and then when it looks like there's no room left, it's brilliant finish. He just opens up his body, inch perfect, wonderful finish.
So Calvin Phillips looking to score his first ever City goal, his first ever Champions League goal. Can he make it 3-1? You bet he can. Absolute delight for everyone who's wanted Calvin Phillips to have moments to savour as a Manchester City player. Grealish now goes backwards to Diaz. Diaz, plenty of room in front of Diaz. Plays it across to Foden. Foden into the gap. Grealish 1-0. It was a matter of patience. A lovely slip ball through. And Grealish, who scored against Luton, scored against Spurs, has now scored against Crystal Palace.
Great appreciation from Phil Foden. Just in a little half space again. Always seems at the moment that Phil Foden's that person who can pick the lot. Yeah, it's great play.
Now Grealish comes forward, on it goes towards Foden, and then almost reaches Lewis, and it does! And Rico Lewis turns it in! It's his first ever Premier League goal! What a week for the academy! Maybe Matheus Nunes can do something here. He helps it out wide to Bernardo Silva. Goes for the return. Low ball in. It's turned into an own goal. Bratton turns it into his own net. Walker advances towards the halfway line. Plays a lovely ball actually down the middle. Kovacic is through here. Can he make it two? You bet he can. First City goal for Mateo Kovacic. Deciding to go long. It's not a bad ball actually, and a really good darting run by Matheus Nunes. Nunes now tries to get a shot away. It's parried only as far as Bernardo Silva, and his shot deflects into the net, and City lead by 3-0. Straight to Ake in the centre of the pitch, and indeed Ake decides to have a shot. It's against the post, and it's chested into the net by Alvarez, and unless he's in an offside position, City are in front in 44 seconds. Ake hit the shot, it came off the post, Alvarez chested it over the line. Foden into the box, there's a deflection and he goes in. Foden was in the middle, he played a cross, but it's turned in by Nino into his own net. As Alvarez comes into the area, that's right across the face of the goal, and Foden slides it over the line. It broke for Alvarez, he played a low cross into the central area of the pitch, and Foden slid it over the line. Matheus Nunes is in the right wing position, he's getting towards the edge of the area, he's in the penalty area, on it goes to Alvarez, Alvarez makes it 4-0. He scored the opener, he's now got City's fourth. There wasn't really any lingering doubt about the destiny of the FIFA Club World Cup, but if there was, it has now completely dissipated. The best team in the land and all the world, they've got all 5 trophies, the big 5. What a year! Grealish on the edge of the area, plays it across to Foden. Foden helps it along to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva in the right wing position, plays it in field to Foden. Foden steps in, hits the shot, in! City equalise! Phil Foden hit the shot from about 20 metres out, beyond his international colleague Pickford, and it is 1-1 at Goodison Park. So Alvarez puffs out the cheeks, steps up, and it goes under the legs. It wasn't the best penalty you've ever seen in your life, but Pickford got legs on it, couldn't stop it going in. Of course, the last few games that they've drawn, they've conceded goals late on. They need a third here. Ball breaks for City on the edge of the area. Bernardo Silva's put it into the empty net. Pickford made an absolute howler, tried to just pass it out on the edge of his own area, gave it straight to Bernardo Silva. Pickford was in no man's land, and the ball's curled from, well, about 20 metres from goal, beyond the despairing Pickford and into the back of the net. England's #1 goalkeeper makes a howler, but Bernardo Silva wraps up the victory. And now forward comes Rodri. Rodri to the edge of the area. Rodri hits the shot in the corner. That is a sensational goal by Rodri. He skipped over a couple of challenges, got to the edge of the area, and you know what he's like in those positions. He doesn't smash it into the net. He passes it into the net, and he has just scored the opening goal. It is already his 5th goal of the season, his 4th in the Premier League. He only got 4 goals in total last season. Escobar tried to get a little gap, he's got one on the left-hand side. Gets towards the edge of the area, but plays it in, good ball, Foden now, great pass, City will score, that is absolutely delightful. Oscar Bob played a huge part in it, into the gap for Foden, slid it across the face of the goal, and Alvarez prodded it in. Enormous credit to Oscar Bob and Phil Foden. Grealish keeps it in City possession. On it goes to Sergio Gomez. It might take a defender to maybe supplement the number of players forward to get that shot away. Alvarez on the turn. Shot is blocked. And then the shot goes in from Phil Foden. Wonderful turn and swivel and shot. And eventually City's persistence pays off. And it is City 1, Huddersfield 0. Phil Foden. The ball is on the edge of the area with Matheus Nunes. Nunes looking to get the return from Foden, goes into the box, plays it across, Luis Alvarez, 2-0. A second goal goes in. Alvarez just about tapped it over the line. Matheus Nunes played a lovely 1-2 and was at the heart of it all. And in the space of 3 or 4 minutes, City are now 2 clear. Now Kovacic plays it forward, Matheus Nunes takes it down on the edge of the area, lays it into the path, up he goes towards the goal. It's gone in from Oscar Bob. I think that was a cross, but it's gone in. Kevin De Bruyne wasn't far off touching it over the line. Oscar Bob clipped it into the penalty area, and it clipped off the underside of the bar and went in. I'm not so sure that was his intention, but it is 3-0 to City.
Oh, it's taking a deflection off the defender. Yeah, he certainly tried to cross it in for De Bruyne, but gets the deflection and may go down as an OG.
Foden hits a shot into the corner of the net. City worked the corner from the right-hand side. They played it into the path of Phil Foden, and Foden, with the side foot from the edge of the D, passed it really into the corner of the net. It was a sumptuous finish from Phil Foden, and the Blues lead by 4-0. Radulovic lays it off and then gets it back again, and he looks neat and tidy, Radulovic, in his first few touches, but he's lost the ball. And Oscar Bob and Foden and De Bruyne, and they're into the Huddersfield half, and De Bruyne helps it out wide to Oscar Bob. Bob on the edge of the area, comes inside, De Bruyne around the outside, clips it in, Doku, 5! Kevin De Bruyne back in the team, back with an assist. The assist City king picks up where he left off. Do you know what? It was only ever inevitable. De Bruyne was bound to get an assist on his return, and he has. Doku, well, he was bound to be involved somewhere, and he has, and it's 5-0. Out wide it goes to Guardiola. Guardiola advancing towards the final third. Plays it to Doku. Doku, well, he's got lots of Newcastle company, and he does well. He evades the challenge of Miley. Plays it out wide to Walker. Walker on the right edge of the area. Now in a crossing position. Plays it in low. Oh, that is a cheeky goal. Bernardo Silva with a little back heel. Drags it into the far corner of the net. Phil Foden has a look of complete disbelief that Bernardo Silva was even capable of doing that. It is a stunning goal. City have got the ball, there's 17 minutes to go. They've dominated this second half. They've had chances, but they still can't find this equaliser. Rodri, good ball. De Bruyne now into the final third. De Bruyne now steps in, hits a shy foot into the corner of the net. You know who's back. Kevin De Bruyne. I tell you what, it looked like one of those positions where you thought he was going to go for power. Oh no, sir. He rolls it into the corner of the net. KDB, we've missed you. We love you. It's 2-2.
Outrageous finish. He steps forward. I'm thinking he's just going to take the safe option, not Kevin De Bruyne.
Stoppage time at the end of the second half. City 2-2 at Newcastle. The ball is with Kovacic. Kovacic on to De Bruyne. De Bruyne tries to scoop it in towards Bob. Bob is there, still Bob! Oh, absolutely stunning! Oscar Bob with his first ever Premier League goal, and it's an assist. Of course it's an assist from Kevin De Bruyne. There's only been one team trying to win this game, their name, Manchester City.
Oh, magnificent again, Kevin De Bruyne, Oscar Bob. You've seen the delight with Pep Guardiola. I've never seen him like that. He was so delighted with the outcome of it.
Diaz in front of Vicario. De Bruyne scoops it in. Vicario gets to it. And Ake prods it over the line. And the goal stands. Vicario says he was fouled. Ake's prodded it into the net, and City lead 1-0. And the first ever goal scored by City at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The Blues are surely on their way to the 5th round of the FA Cup.
If at first you don't succeed, keep trying. On the 11th attempt, that ball that they've tried from day one.
Is on the opposite side at the moment with Foden. He plays it into the channel. Matheus Nunes has showed his acceleration. He's got round the back. He tried to just clip it into the hole for Guardiola, of all people, who was up there. And then the cross comes in. Wonderful ball, and tucked in by Alvarez. Well, that was a terrific bit of football from Matheus Nunes. He tried to slip it into Guardiola, who was actually the furthest forward, didn't reach him, came back to him, and then he just found a very small pocket of space, clipped it over, and Alvarez tucked it in from about 2 yards out. De Bruyne waiting, Puts the signal in. Oh, good ball. Alvarez, that is a magnificent goal. That is a truly wonderful free kick right off the training ground. De Bruyne slips it in and it's into the back of the net, and the first thing that Pep Guardiola does is go straight to the set piece coach and say thank you. Now the ball is down the line and Foden scampering away. He's in towards the penalty area. He's now looking for an option. Little step over, finds Rodri on the edge of the area, and City lead by 3-0. Phil Foden down the right side, got to the edge of the area, looked up, squared it to Rodri, and Rodri almost passed it into the corner. He scored at Turf Moor on the opening day of the season. He scored today. Number 16. See it coming forward with Rodri now in the middle third. On it goes to De Bruyne. De Bruyne clips in across towards Haaland. It's cleared only as far as Foden. 1-1, right on half-time. You knew that Brentford would concede today. You knew at some point someone would score. I said if City score once, they'll win this game. It's now 1-1, right on half-time.
I've said so many times, Ali, over the last few weeks, put the ball into the middle of the box, let them make a mistake and pick up the next ball. It can't always be perfect.
De Bruyne now in a crossing position, bends it in, and Foden, 2-1. Guess who? De Bruyne assist. Guess who? Foden goal. Scampers over to the City fans at the correct end as far as the Blues are concerned, and it's City 2 and it's Brentford 1. When you've got Kevin De Bruyne, you can unlock any safe.
You've got a chance, haven't you, with De Bruyne on the pitch.
Ball with Haaland, on to Foden. Foden with a chance! Hat-trick, Phil Foden! Haaland with the assist. Foden with the finish. What a day for Phil Foden. What a day for City. They've come from behind. They lead 3-1. And Phil Foden goes over to the City fans at the end at which he scored. And he'll take home the match ball because he scored his second City hat-trick. And my goodness, has it been a good one.
What a great finish, composed. Great little layoff. I think the first ball might have been for Foden. Went to Haaland, just a little gentle lay into his path. It's just brilliant from Foden, isn't it?
Alvarez hits the outswinger. Diaz pulls away. It's blocked. City might get it with Haaland. 1-0. Can you believe it? He's not had a single chance today. And Haaland, who hasn't scored since the end of November, scores with his first attempt on target in the match.
Welcome back, big man. What's a finish? It's like he's absolutely smashed it with his right foot. That's why he is different from everybody else. He scores goals that he has no right to score.
Ake now on to De Bruyne. De Bruyne strides forward onto Haaland. Haaland now up against Branthwaite. Takes on Branthwaite. Gets the better of Branthwaite. 2-0. Erling Haaland. Well.
That's what they can do. Ali, he's got two options. He's got Doku, and I thought he was going to go Doku, but then he plays a beautiful time ball into the path of Haaland. But he's just too strong. Brushes him off. And then have you got the composure Erling to finish? Of course you do.
Ball's wide on the right. De Bruyne's into the penalty area. Oh, and he slipped it in the net. It looked like a crossing position, but not for KDB. And he's just slotted it beyond the goalkeeper into the corner of the net. It was a wonderfully worked move, and the Blues, who could have been in front in the first 9 minutes, do score just after the 10th. Stones out wide to De Bruyne. De Bruyne just gets away from one challenge, then loses it, breaks for Bernardo Silva, and he scored! It broke for Bernardo Silva after a bit of an error in the Copenhagen area, and Bernardo Silva just dinks it over the top of Grabara, and the Blues are back in front, and the City fans that have made the journey to Copenhagen now think that they're going to definitely go on and win this game. Now Foden in the penalty area, De Bruyne, little ball back, Foden! There's the third. The City fans behind the goal who've made the trip have seen a City goal at their end. Pep Guardiola with two clenched fists says yes, that will do nicely. Foden does that little celebration as the marksman with the sniper, the imaginary rifle, in front of the City fans. A third goal almost came about 45 seconds ago. It arrives now with Phil Foden. Bernardo Silva scoops in a cross. Haaland won't reach it. And then Walker hits it, it's blocked. And then Rodri hits it! 1-1! Rodri! Eventually, Chelsea's dam breaks and Rodri finds the equaliser.
Brilliant strike. Brilliant strike. It's the first time that something's fallen for us, Ali. We must have had 15 opportunities this half where nothing has fallen for us.
They've got to the final third. Here's Mope in towards Tony, away by Diaz, Foden, and now Rodri, and now Alvarez to Haaland, and Haaland's onto it, and Haaland's through. What a chance! Erling Haaland, 1-0 City. A slip from Brentford, and Haaland punishes them. He now has a full collection. He scored against every single team he has ever met in the Premier League, and he's broken Brentford hearts tonight. City 1, Brentford 0. Rodri. Kovacic up towards Haaland. Haaland tries to get beyond the last defender, and it's parried, and Foden with the tap-in on the line. It went to Haaland. Haaland hit it towards the net. Neto parried it, and Foden followed in, helped it over the line, and City are in front. Well, it was a little scoop pass into Haaland. Haaland just was too strong for the defender nearest to him, held off Senesi, put the shot in, and Foden followed up to score. They have a little bit of an advantage there as De Bruyne gets round the outside, and Haaland tucks it into the back of the net. Well, it won't count as the latest team he scored against in a Premier League game, but having missed the game at Luton Town in the league in December, Haaland has now scored against a new opponent tonight, and he gives City the lead inside just a few minutes here at Kenilworth Road. Ortega tripping the ball up to Haaland, who lays it off to De Bruyne. De Bruyne into the gap for Haaland. Haaland's through on goal. Can he get his shot in? You bet he can. City 2, Luton Town 0. And well, it's almost become a cliche in itself. A through ball to Haaland and tucked into the corner. And yet another moment of Kevin De Bruyne assist magic makes it 2-0. It's now City coming forward, and onside is Haaland. Haaland, can he get his hat-trick? Yes, he can! City lead by 3-0, and Erling Haaland has his second FA Cup hat-trick and his 8th hat-trick since he became a Blue. Walker into the gap, De Bruyne, can he finish? Plays it across, Haaland makes it 4, unless the offside flag says no. City lead 4-2, and again, De Bruyne assist, Haaland goal, can you believe it?
The ball cuts out to Krul, and Haaland just steps on. Sensational 2 bits of quality.
As Bernardo Silva plays it to Haaland, Haaland, 5 for Haaland, and the bizarre thing is it's not the first time he scored 5 since he became a City player. He got 5 in the game against RB Leipzig in the Champions League. Well, he's done it again tonight, and City lead by 5-2. Stones now with 18.25 minutes remaining of this pulsating FA Cup tie. City led 3-0, it was then 3-2 as Kovacic scores! Mateo Kovacic wraps in a shot from about 22 metres out into the corner of the net. It's his second City goal. He scored in the World Club Championship, you might recall, when the Blues won that back in December. He's now scored his first City goal in England, I suppose you could call it, and the Blues lead by 6-2.
Oh, what a humble guy as well, won everything in the game. He strokes it in.
Foden now on the edge of the area. Foden on the left foot, hits the shot. What a goal! What a goal! Absolutely stunning! Phil Foden, you absolute beauty! It's City 1, United 1. If Rashford's was a good goal, it's just been eclipsed. And the Blues, absolutely, totally deservedly, are back at 1-1.
It's a sensational strike right across the goalkeeper into that far corner. It's so clean. He gets what he deserves, and now the game is on. It's been incredible so far.
De Bruyne into Foden. Foden into Alvarez. Alvarez onto Foden. Foden in the penalty area. 2-1. City 2. United 1. Phil Foden.
It's Phil Foden yet again. What a moment for the young man. His season's getting better and better. His desire, his understanding, his timing. Play and follow, doesn't give it up. Strikes it far post. And then off he goes as he hits the corner of the net.
Oh, Rodri wins it back. Haaland. 3-1. Game over. United are beaten. Liverpool are next. I have to say, if there was ever a match that deserved a victory for the team who have just won it, it's this one. The United away end is emptying and the Poznan's breaking out. The City will have their first corner. Alvarez with the signals. Hits it towards the first-time effort of Manuel Akanji. What a wonderful side-foot volley into the roof of the net. Stunning goal. The cross came in and Manuel Akanji wrapped his right foot around the ball like he was Erling Haaland. City have hit the bar. It was Rodri peeling away at the far post, headed it against the bar, and then Alvarez hits it, and it's gone through the legs and the arms of the goalkeeper, and City have a second. Well, Julian Alvarez set up the first, he's now scored the second. It's 5-1 on aggregate, and the Blues are in cruise control, and we're only in the 9th minute. And I feel sorry for the goalkeeper, Kamil Grabara. He's actually a very good goalkeeper, but that has to go down as an error. Rodri looking towards Haaland. Haaland will get to it and control it, and he's in a shooting position, and guess what? He's made it 3-1. He took the ball down on his thigh, he cut inside, and he placed it into the corner of Grabara's goal, and City are now 6-2 up on aggregate. And Erling Haaland has himself his 29th goal of the season, his 6th in the Champions League, and the Blues are back in front on the night by 2 goals. They lead 3-1. It's going to be an outswinging corner from De Bruyne. De Bruyne hits it in low and Stones! City 1, Liverpool 0. One straight off the training ground. De Bruyne hit it low to the near post. Stones got free of his marker. Stones got there and pushed it beyond Kelleher. And City lead through John Stones, his first goal of the season. Rodri, central area of the pitch, out it goes to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva still into the penalty area, hits the shot, deflection in. 1-0 City. Bernardo Silva hit the shot. It took a really awful deflection if you're a Newcastle player, but it fell into the back of the net. Nothing the goalkeeper could do. It will go down as a Bernardo Silva goal, but it might well be an own goal. Either way, it's 1-0 City. Diaz comes forward. Helps out wide to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva into the penalty area he goes. Hits the shot and it's gone in! Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a deflection as well, but it's the second goal for Bernardo Silva. It was the weirdest goalkeeping dive I've ever seen. It must have been a deflection. But either way, Bernardo Silva makes it 2. It's his second and the Blues in control. Akanji now. Midway inside the Villa half, plays it to Foden. Foden onto Doku. Doku can maybe dink a low ball in, and it's turned into the back of the net beautifully by Rodri. Well, City have been absolutely rampant in the opening few minutes here. The Blues have been opening up Villa, and through Rodri they take the lead. And Rodri has this wonderful record against Aston Villa. It's the 5th time he's scored against them. Against no team has he scored more, and he's put the Blues in front. And it is Foden, and it's in! Phil Foden gives City the lead! Wonderful free kick, round the wall, into the corner of the net. The Villa players are looking at each other, just wondering if the wall was in the wrong position, and Phil Foden restores City's lead. Still going, Rodri. He's on the edge of the area, plays it across, and the shot in from Phil Foden! Rodri with the assist, Foden with the finish, clipped the inside of the post and goes into the back of the Villa net. And it's been a breathtaking game, and City edged 2 clear. Kanji, good ball to Rodri. Rodri into Foden. Foden just caught, was he? No, the referee says play on. Villa win it back, then lose it. Foden in a shooting position and scores! Phil Foden hat-trick! Wonderful night for Phil Foden. Brilliant night now for City. And Phil Foden gets himself a second City hat-trick. City 4, Aston Villa 1. It's only the 35th goal they've scored this season. Only 3 teams in the Premier League have scored fewer, so if City can grab a couple today, you'd fancy their chances. De Bruyne now in the penalty area, hits the shot in the net, 1-1. I said it was coming, it was only a matter of time. And Kevin De Bruyne with a bending right foot shot into the corner of the net. They call it the postage stamp. It absolutely nestled in the corner of the letter, and City are back at 1-1. As Akanji now gets his first touch of the ball, getting towards the edge of the penalty area, and he's in the penalty area. Wide it goes to Grealish. Grealish might hit a cross in, he does. Headed away, not very far. Lewis! Oh, it's gone in! Took a deflection. Rico Lewis scored against Palace to make it 2-0 back at the Etihad Stadium. He makes it 2-1 here. I said the right back was definitely one of the furthest forward. He's just proven it, and City in front already. Just bossing the game, City, but they really need a third goal to finally silence Crystal Palace. Grealish wide on the left wing, trying to come in field. Plays it in towards De Bruyne. Is he offside? Referee says no. Haaland puts it in. City offside, is it? Well, there's celebrations. Palace think there must be an offside. It is 3-1 at the moment, and barring a VAR inclusion, De Bruyne's not sure. He just shrugged his shoulders, but at the moment it's 3-1. The ball prodded in by De Bruyne, turned in by Haaland, and I think it is going to be 3-1 after all. De Bruyne wasn't sure, but I can tell him he is onside, and City do lead by 3-1. But now De Bruyne. Now Grealish right in the left wing position. Still Jack Grealish. Can he get a cross in? Plays it to Rodri. Hit by De Bruyne. 4-1. Kevin De Bruyne. 2 goals, 1 assist. Oh, what a player. Well, it's Rodri's 7th Premier League assist of the season. Kevin De Bruyne has made it 4-1 to the Blues. It's his second of the game, and he's now moved on to 100 City goals. Kevin De Bruyne, 100 City goals. City have got a free kick just on the edge of shooting distance, maybe a little too far away. Grealish is okay, by the way, despite that awful challenge from Chouameni. And then the low shot goes into the net! Wow. Bernardo Silva caught everyone, including me, by surprise. He could not believe it. He smashed it goal bound, and Lunin, the stand-in goalkeeper, scrambled across from one side to the other, got a touch on it, couldn't keep it out. It's Real Madrid 0, City 1, Bernardo Silva. Plays it to Stones, Stones to Foden, shooting chance, into the back of the net! How many times has he done that this season? The answer is, well, not all 21, but it's 21 goals now this season for Phil Foden. He is the boy wonder, he's one of our own, and we're privileged to have him.
Well, 2 minutes ago, we just said we've seen it a few times this season on that left foot. Great appreciation from Stones there, he moves the ball. This is just brilliant, it really is. We've seen it so many times now this season. We said there was momentum, it felt like it was coming, but that's just magnificent. It really is.
Taking him on, into the area, outside, inside, which way is he going to go? Goes back instead to Guardiola. Guardiola tries the shot, scores the goal! Joško Guardiola gets his first Manchester City goal, and what a time to do it! He's a left-footed player, he doesn't rate his left foot that much, but I tell you what, I rate it, and every City fan round the world rates it now. City lead, 3-2.
Wow, what a finish, what 2 goals. The last 2 goals, phenomenal. I wasn't sure that Guardiola actually had that in the locker, and it's right outside the post. What a finish, the keeper's got no chance.
Haaland's through on goal, we spoke about it, can he finish? Good save by Kaminsky, Doku follows up, can he finish? Another block, it's still not away, and it goes in! Haaland hits a volley, it takes a ricochet and spins into the corner of the net. I suspect it will not be a goal for Haaland, it will be an own goal of the unfortunate Hashioka, who has stayed down after getting in the way of it, but it is 1-0 to City.
Yeah, we spoke only a few seconds before about how dangerous it might be for Haaland. Luton playing a high line. I think it's De Bruyne who slips the ball in for Haaland. It goes through one-on-one. You think, for all your life is going to score. It's a good save from Kaminsky. And Doku has a good chance, well blocked. Comes out to Haaland, and his volley was, I think it was going towards the corner flag, and it come off Hashioka's head, and unfortunately for him, unfortunately for City, it went in.
Ball goes short from Alvarez to Doku, Alvarez to the edge of the area, Kovacic! Oh, what a fabulous goal! Mateo Kovacic has scored an absolute rasping volley. It was a variety on the corner, it was played, it bounced up, it was by no means an easy finish, it was pretty much waist high, but Kovacic belted it on the volley into the roof of the net. And he's looking to put City 3-0 up with a quarter of an hour to go. Erling Haaland sends Kaminsky the wrong way, and in the 76th minute, the points are surely in the bag now for the Blues. City 3, Luton Town 0. Doku up against Onyedinma, goes outside, goes inside, still Doku, into the corner of the net. He's deserved his goal today, Jeremy Doku, and finally he's got beyond Onyedinma and slipped it into the far corner. He's worked so hard, him against Onyedinma had seemed pivotal throughout the contest. Finally, having won a penalty off Onyedinma earlier, now Doku scores. Guardiola scores on the edge of the area with his right foot, thumps it into the roof of the net. The ball was laid inside to him, and he was in a similar position from the position from which he scored against Real Madrid, and he thumped it into the near post area, into the roof of the net, and it's City 5, Luton Town 1. Foden back to Rodri goes out wide to Doku on the far side, the left-hand side. Doku up against Valverde, takes him on, plays it in, good cross. De Bruyne! Kevin De Bruyne! City 1! Real Madrid 1! Kevin De Bruyne! Oh, it was coming! It was coming! They were creaking, and even this brilliant Real Madrid side couldn't keep them out.
Fantastic! It's a brilliant finish. Get 2 players doubled up on Doku, release Kevin De Bruyne and make something happen, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Brilliant, exactly how we just said 2 or 3 minutes ago, and it's a brilliant finish.
Ake onto Akanji, wide he goes to Doku again. Doku into De Bruyne around the back, and a good block, and Bernardo Silva scores! Bernardo Silva puts City in front! 6.5 minutes to go! De Bruyne around the outside, cross into the area, and Bernardo Silva, with the help of a deflection, puts City 1-0 up off Cucurella. City 1, Chelsea 0. The gap for Walker hits in the cross, De Bruyne's diving header, and City have scored. Kevin De Bruyne, and the Blues are in front.
Have you ever seen anything like that, Ellie? A diving header from De Bruyne. Finally, City get that breakthrough.
Foden and De Bruyne, who's it going to be? It is Foden. It takes a deflection, and it's 2-0. A deflection helps the ball beyond the helpless steal. Foden will get the credit. Not sure who it hit. Pretty sure it was a Brighton player. But it is City 2, it is Brighton 0, and Foden will get the credit.
That's the demands, that's the manager. Simple passes, don't give it away.
And they've just won it back, City, and they lead 3-0. Well, we mentioned how Brighton take chances when they play out from the back. They did it far too often, and they've given it away to Phil Foden, and Foden's just passed it into the corner of the net. A mistake from the teenager Barco, making his first Brighton start, and it's Brighton 0, City 3.
Getting advanced areas to go and try and score a goal, but it's another rare opportunity.
Yeah, and Walker's coming forward. He's in the penalty area. Ederson released him. Walker's still there, and on it goes to Alvarez, and it's 4-0. Kyle Walker had made a wonderful burst forward. It's a brilliant ball from Ederson, a wonderful burst from Walker, and he's so brave in this sliding challenge, and he gets the ball across to Alvarez so bravely, and Alvarez turns it into the net. So Bruyne's going to hit an in-swinger. To the near post, and it's in. It's a brilliant goal. Joško Gvardiol, he went away from his marker and glanced it in at the near post, straight off the training ground, straight into the back of the Nottingham Forest net. City 1, Forest 0. Joško Gvardiol's third goal for City in the month of April. City doing well to keep hold of the ball, and believe you me, when you're out of possession, your energy drains. Now Haaland getting into a position to shoot. Haaland! 2-0! Boy, did we need it! And Erling Haaland's provided it. They've ridden out the storm, and they've grabbed a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic goal. Took it really, really well. KDB found a little bit of space. Played in Haaland, who's 1v1 then with Murillo. Sells comes out, and he took the chance really early and rolls it into the far corner.
And so Haaland has the opportunity to give City the early lead as we click towards the end of 12 minutes. And Haaland scores very, very comfortably, and City have the lead inside 12 minutes. Yeah, and City have got it with De Bruyne. De Bruyne advances, plays it through to Rodri in the penalty area, and Haaland at the far, 2-0! Rodri assist, Haaland header, City 2, Wolves 0.
De Bruyne back to Rodri, and then chooses just to clip it right to the back post. Haaland rises so tall, the goalkeeper into the far corner. They're the ones he waits for. The execution is wonderful.
Haaland scores. Wasn't that hard? This time Jose Sarr did go the right way, and Haaland tucks it into the back of the net. Now Foden clips the ball over the top, looking for Haaland. Haaland's onto it. Haaland into the penalty area. Haaland hits the shot. Oh, I say, Erling Haaland, you are one hell of a player. The ball came over his shoulder. He had to trap it. He did beautifully. And then he made a bit of space. He got beyond Kilman. He wrapped his left foot around the ball and thumped it into the far corner of the goal. City won the ball back. Rodri's got it on the edge of the area. On it goes to Alvarez, who scores on his 100th City appearance. That's the way to say 100 up for City. Towards Gvardiol. Gvardiol steps inside, finds De Bruyne, looks for the return. Gvardiol, real chance, and he scored! Joško Gvardiol, that is stunning! Absolutely wonderful goal from Joško Gvardiol. All of a sudden, Joško Gvardiol is becoming a goal scorer. Now Bernardo Silva can dart forward. He's got past Robinson, and then he's tackled right on the edge of the area, and it's a goal from Foden! Well, that came out of nothing. Bernardo Silva was halted on the edge of the area. I think he was about to win a free kick, but it came to Foden, and Foden tucked it into the corner with his right foot, and out of almost nothing, City lead by 2-0. Ball's in the possession of Phil Foden. Ready to take this latest City corner, goes short to Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne back to Bernardo Silva on the edge of the area. Bending ball and turned in over the line unless he's offside. He's offside, is he? Guardiola's celebrating, the goal's been given. City lead 3-0. Well, the Fulham players and I were looking for a flag that never got raised, and unless VAR have got a different opinion, City lead by 3-0, Andy. Can he make it 4-0? Julian Alvarez does. City 4, Fulham 0. Wonderful afternoon for the Blues. Alvarez has scored in every single match he's ever played against Fulham. And the Blues are heading to the top of the table in absolute style. Bernardo Silva will keep it alive on the edge of the penalty area. On it goes to De Bruyne. Across the face of the goal, Erling Haaland. 1-0 City, 1-0 to the Blues. Must-win night. Who do they turn to? The big man. Spurs 0, City 1. De Bruyne assist, Haaland goal. They do it time and time again, and they've done it when we needed it most. Wherever you are, wherever you're listening, wherever you're watching, hold your breath. Erling Haaland scores! Spurs 0, City 2! Foden on the edge of the area, hits a shot. Oh, what a start! City's Premier League Player of the Season has just rifled City in front. They were barely in possession of the ball, but Phil Foden is having the season of his life, and he could well have set City on the way to another title. Guardiola, lovely play from Guardiola, great run, and on to Haaland, and now Doku, getting to the edge of the area, Doku, on it goes to Foden, 2-0, City 2, West Ham 0, the master marksman, Phil Foden, you absolute beauty, you're one of our own, and we're delighted, we're privileged, we're honoured that you are.
What a moment, Phil Foden. It just keeps getting better and better for this lad.
Ball with Walker, now De Bruyne on the edge of the area. De Bruyne helps it on. Back to Bernardo, hit by Rodri! City 3, West Ham 1. The man whose goal completed the treble has just given City a 3-1 lead. He scored that goal against Aston Villa to make it 2-2 2 years ago. He has a habit of scoring precious goals for the club, and he may well have scored yet another one. Alvarez helps it on to Foden. Foden out wide to Doku. Doku on the edge of the United penalty area. Doku comes inside, hits a shot. And Onana can't save it! And Jeremy Doku scored! A mistake by Onana, and City have themselves the platform. City 1, United 2. Jeremy Doku